Good evening, YouTube. This is Kaylin Stern coming at you with what will be an unbagging. And first, as in there'll be a second review on the other components of this Minotaur Minotaur company. You can also go at it by Minotaur.com or MinotaurTradingCompany.com. So both of these URLs will get you to that particular site. Beast of a 24-hour ration. And maybe add a few additional things. You could almost make this a 36-hour or 40, depending on how you choose to space out the food. And for this unbagging, I choose to bring out 2 trays just to spread the mains. And so what I will be doing is I will be pulling everything out. And I will let you, the viewers who are in the chat live, decide what I eat for my supper. And since the main, I got a little handy clip here. This is at 19-cent one that I picked up at a thrift store last month. So I'll just be using this little thing to keep the pouch closed. And I have a bottle of cold water I just taken out of my fridge for mixing up a cold drink. And to eat with, I have my Farnamery mug for the coffee, and I have my cold drink. There we go. So I was saying, this is menu 1. It has apple cinnamon muesli and an oatmeal, but I will be saving that for another time. I have chili mac and spaghetti with meat sauce are the other 2 mains. Dub C is in the house. Things out. And this thing's very tightly packed. There are 2 of these. Well, the other one will be coming back out, but here is the other accessory pack. So I'll open those in a dry roasted peanuts. This is instant mashed potatoes in their and bottom. So when you do it, there are 2 flameless ration heaters. I will not be using these because anything that would, but they, another gusseted powder. This is the cinnamon spice muesli. You look at those that show these, so they're quite colorful. And this is one of the 2 freeze-dried ice cream bars called Cosmic. This one is mint chocolate chip. Cookies and cream. Anyway, need to pick up coffee. Strike bar. Themselves. This is the spaghetti. And this one is the chili mac. Chilleroni. They're very tightly packed. And last year, you things up, they make a ton of food. I mean, how much is in now? Wait till all this gets rehydrated and all what you end up with. So. So now I will kind of move these aside. I will open up one of these accessory packs. They're both identical. Cream cheese icing. I think someone might like this thing. Although I don't know who would like grape jelly. Peanut butter. Here's the sweetened condensed milk. The Smarties candy. There's the lemonade drink mix here. True lemon and true lime. And a multigrain snack bread. And this one is identical, so I will not open it. I will save it for the next time I get into the And because these things will make a whole lot of food, is hadn't seen here before. Men's MRE, welcome. I just Titan Trading Company, and as I said, that some of these items I will not be getting into, but in addition to this, which will make a crap ton of food once it's fully rehydrated, we have rice. Right now because I don't need it, but so there. Basically, separating out those items which I will not be using it all tonight. And then the rest will pretty much be a choice. I will ask you, the viewers, what I will do. I do not see a need for the icing here, so we'll skip that. But this coffee in your pack. Your pack. Petrozzini I did last year. So I'm looking forward to these two particular mains. So I really can't say I have a favorite of these. I can't get into that yet. I'd have to try a few more of these to find out. And open this coffee to show you what's inside of it. I will not use packet of the coffee. So I will need the full capacity. They suggest only 4 ounces of water, but that's not very much coffee. So I'll be using 2 of these packs. And I'll be using the sweetened condensed milk instead of and this little cardboard thing, if you were to do this out in the field, you would peel this backing off and stick it on here to make yourself a hand. This coffee in my fortnamery.com mug. These feel like they took a bit of a hit, so I would probably need to get a bowl for that. I'm just, oops, sorry about that. I gotta fix that. There we go. So since I have two different, like sorry about that, I got disconnected. But I would like you to tell me should I open up the chili mac or spaghetti? And I use a pair of scissors to open this so I can have maximum capacity in the bag for when I put the water in. Just as a super sleep came in. All right, Eeyores, thanks for doing. So I see four. So I got my drink mix in my drinking jar ready to do that up. So if I don't see anything else, if anyone's suggesting the spaghetti, then and open up the chili mac. And the spaghetti will be done next time. So and again, I will apologize in advance for any disconnects because I've had a few of those so far. And I'm getting very annoyed with that. But anyway, it is what it is. So I want to get this. But I'll go and open up the coffees and put the sweetened condensed milk in my. Chance to put your votes in for which main while I'm doing this. and I can get the hot water in both in the bed at the same time. Sorry about that. I got completely cut off. So, as I was saying, I got my drink for the main going. So if you want the chili mac, I got cut off again. So again, I apologize. So here is the chili mac. And this bag, if you my little clip down here to put on the bag after I pour the water in. Now, as I poured the water in, I could smell the spices. About that, I could immediately smell the spices coming out of it. I'm mixing it up. That one will go back. Now mixing up the coffee. Made a bit of a mess, but I'll fix that real quick. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and mix up this not so pink lemonade. That's very so I will put this back here. Now you all get to make some more decisions. As for a snack, should I open up these roasted nuts? These chocolate. And of course, I also have an apple cinnamon first strike bar. I have several of these, but I haven't gotten into any of them yet. So I do have this option. Butter and jelly. This one seems to be less bar. This one is disconnected again. So I'm going to let this go about minutes, since that's usually how long these things take to rehydrate. Taste of this pink, I'll call it clear lemonade instead of pink. That's pretty weak on the flavor. There's not a whole lot of flavor to that stuff. Then again, I probably used too much water. But the coffee is how I like, with 2 packets of the deep rich coffee in a full mug, and sweetened condensed milk. Gives it just flavor for what I like it. So again, leave it to you all to decide. I will get into. I'll do something with the rice and out. I already have those in my ration mash. Sorry about that. I hope I don't lose any of you. I keep but I'm still asking for the peanuts or the sunflower seeds or the first strike bar. And of course I have the snack bread and the peanut butter and jelly. Of course I could have the filled French toast as a dessert also. You know, that could be another option. After all, some people eat breakfast foods for lunch and supper. I've done that before. I did that a lot in college because the food at my college cafeteria was probably one step lower than jail food. And my cat is down here giving me a couple of meows. So I hope you're all able to see the chat and to is all I see. Last thing I see in the chat is about the meetup, which I am not able to attend. I'm hoping that next year I'll be able to do Ration. And flying is pretty darn expensive, and I would have to pay for the ride to the airport at the airport to take me to you know it's and with the Memorial Camp coming up the weekend after that, I'm pretty much focusing on that. And speaking of that, I still have those Ranger beats for sale that people can buy up and then rest I will take up with. So I hope you're able to chat because I'm not seeing anything new and or what. Keep getting cut off. Again, I apologize, but since I have not yet gotten into these chocolate covered sunflower seeds, and the way they pack these seeds are higher than the tear notch. So I'm going to skip the tear notch and I'm just going to cut them open right near the seam. I mean, they were right up, so I'm going to put them right over there. So I hope you like it. So we'll wait for another time. Is since this one seems a little bit more intact than the other one, open this one. It even appears that this inner wrapper was sealed inside of the outer one, so I'm going to gingerly, there we go. This wrapper got, the first time that I ever tried one of those ice cream, those freeze-dried ice cream sandwiches, so but there it is in a whole bunch of little chunks. I can smell the mint coming off of it. It's been about 15 minutes since I put this in here. I'm going to go ahead and open this up and check it. all got rehydrated. Oops, sorry, I bumped them out, which I have a tendency to do. But it has thickened up quite a bit. Yeah, I know I'm getting it all over my hand, but so chili mac, and it just barely. There we go. Sorry about the disjointed bit there. I think my video is trying to catch up, but there is a closer look. The beef fully rehydrated. I got cut off. Sorry about that. I had to start this thing all over again. I got completely kicked out. But I do apologize for that. So if you got kicked out, then it was because of my complete loss of connection for whatever reason. But as I was saying, the pasta is firm. It's not undercooked. It's al dente. You know, the beef and the beans fully rehydrated. The spice is just right. Creative redundancies in the house. For those that are just now coming in, that saw that I have gone live again. I have busted into that Titan ration, which is basically a supersized 24-hour ration with freeze-dried main entrees. So I was hoping to get feedback and let the viewers decide which things I get into. But because of my frequent disconnects, I only had one person decide one thing. So it was a chili mac. So this is my second Mountain House freeze-dried entree that I've tried. And I let it sit for 15 minutes. And it came out really, really good. This looks like it didn't come from a freeze dryer. So I'm going to go ahead and take a taste of these. These here are chocolate covered sunflower kernels. The other main that I will get into next time is also from Mountain House. This is the spaghetti. So, Minotaur Trading Company put 2 freeze-dried mains in here. Plus, you get instant potatoes, instant rice. But for someone to eat all of this, plus the associated side items and the snack and the dessert, you'd have to be sorry, I got completely kicked out again. I do apologize for that. I've never had this many disconnects, like completely go all the way out before, so I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I was mainly interested in the mains. But these chocolate-covered sunflower kernels, you can taste the sunflower seed. You can taste them. They're basically like M&Ms, but with the sunflower kernel inside instead of a peanut or other nut. But this chili mac is really good. And I fully expect the spaghetti to be just as good as this chili mac. Here I did 2 packs of the deep rich coffee and 1 packet of the sweetened condensed milk, so I could have a full mug of coffee. And in here is their non-colored pink lemonade flavored drink mix, but it is not very strong in the lemonade flavor. But I'll still drink it. And then this is the freeze-dried ice cream bar. This is the mint chocolate chip. I'm going to go ahead and take a bite of this. Yes, it did get all mangled up. Even the inner wrapper got torn somehow. I can taste the mint. I can smell the mint. I got a little bit of the chocolate in that bite. But the texture, it's slightly different than the Mountain House ice cream bar. But it's actually not too bad. It melts in your mouth pretty fast. It almost tastes like a different variation of a Cool Whip as it melts in your mouth, but it's actually not that bad. So I think between this and these 2 items here, that'll probably be enough for me. So said I have a few of these apple cinnamon first strike bars. I got a couple of them. Got one of them in my ration mashup box. I've already divided all those up into individual meals, and I had a couple extra left over. So I'll have something else to snack on. I might take one of these to the memorial camp with me. I don't know. But or I just may just go ahead and one of these days and just eat one of them just for a snack one of these nights. I don't know. But this turned out really well. And again, for those that are going, I agree with that last comment about about the Ration meetup. Dad on YouTube is in the house. Thanks for dropping in. But if you go to that meetup, you know, like Pat said, film the heck out of it. Yeah, me too, Men's, but it's just not going to happen this time. Maybe next year I'll be able to go to it. It's just that I may have something else to do. Plus, the weekend after that is the memorial camp that we are having here in Iowa to support the family of my brother, country prepper Jeremiah Jewell, who died last year. And we are doing stuff to support his family. Yeah, James Ortiz is in the house. I didn't see his name pop up, but I'm just going to assume that he is. But yeah, for those that have come in here for the first time and you see that $5 up there, this is in the house. Thanks for dropping in. That is a super chat that was earlier. And that is a way to contribute to my channel so that I can either buy rations or buy gear to review or upgrade equipment or whatever. So, yeah, I put all that back into the channel in one way or another. So, anything that I get off of that will show up later. But anyway, this is the Titan. Oh, I can show this is the original big card that was inside the giant Ziploc bag. It's the Titan from Minotaur MRE. So this is what I'm eating right now, the chili mac. And then the spaghetti and meat sauce will be next time. And the people that pack these rations put a lot of extra stuff that you would normally not get in a 24-hour ration. So basically, it's like a 24-hour ration plus a more pack combined into one. But you get freeze-dried mains and instant potatoes, instant rice, and 2 accessory packs. That if you see something that's it might be spelled wrong, it's probably a typo, but you know, I always correct those later. You know, but this you can get this. You know, it's basically like 2 meal cold weathers, the MCW that usually comes in a white bag, plus a breakfast and some extra stuff. So if you add a couple of other things, you can make this into like a 36-hour ration. That's okay, CR. Thanks for dropping in. And again, I apologize for all disconnects that happened. I can't really do squat about it. It just happens. Everybody who does live streams has it happen. But for those that miss when I dumped this out of the pouch, this, once it's fully hydrated, absolutely fills the center compartment of this tray. And it would nearly fill the main compartment of my other tray, which I have back here that I have other stuff piled on. So I just pulled both trays out so I could lay stuff out. And you'll shuffle things around, but here are the chocolate covered sunflower seeds. You'll only get this from Black Dog Bob. He's the only one that will get you these. And somehow he got a bunch of these freeze-dried ice cream bars, but they have to be packaged really well in order to survive shipping. And as you can see by this one did not make it, but you know, this is the mint chocolate chip one. But it's still good. Some others have said that it's like eating a piece of flavored foam. And it is kind of like that, but it's still not too bad. But I will definitely enjoy all of this. So this is the spaghetti. I'll do that next Sunday. And this is the other ice cream bar. This is the cookies and cream. These are not as thick as a Mountain House ice cream sandwich. And I think there's another astronaut ice cream bar or something like that. It would be nice to get all three or several brands of these freeze-dried ice cream bars and do a comparison between them. So I'd like to see someone do that. I've seen someone do a comparison between the astronaut ice cream bar and the Mountain House one. But I had not seen this one featured in a video like that, so that would be neat to see. I don't know where to get these outside of buying another Titan ration, or if those are put into different rations that are offered either on the Minotaur Trading Company or Minotaur Emery. You can call it by either name and it'll still get you there. Or Emery Nation. But if find a few different brands of these bars, it would be definitely something to see on video. But I'm just content to chow down on this. If I were outside and it's colder than it is, I mean, it was like 58 degrees Fahrenheit when I was setting up to go live. So for March 1st in Des Moines, Iowa, that's pretty warm. But if I was outside and it was cold outside, I would be using this thing as a hand warmer once I got the hot water in it and letting it sit, I'd be putting my hands on it just to take the heat off of it. No, he means these freeze-dried ice cream bars. Here, I'll hold up the back. The shadow is from my phone mount, so I don't know how well this will show up since it's kind of a light blue on white. But it's got the nutrition stuff and ingredients, and yeah, that would be for 4 of these bars, not 4 MREs. But yeah, maybe that now that I was just told that these are on Amazon, maybe this summer I'll do that. Yeah, that might be something worth doing during the summer as just an extra video, doing a comparison between the Mountain House, these Cosmics, and the astronaut ones. And I got another box with things that I'll do more comparisons on, like that pack of Canadian Smarties that are kind of like the M&Ms. I have a pack of just the plain milk chocolate M&Ms. So I will open both of those up, do a comparison on those. I got the 3 peanut butters that are all made in the USA in the same plant, but are found in Canadian rations and British rations. But they're slightly different formulas, different recipes. So I'm going to do a comparison between those. I've done a comparison between 2 of them, but I didn't do all 3 at once. And then I have 3 Russian apple butters, different brands or different labels. I've done 2 of them, but now I have a 3rd one that I got in my last Russian British Spanish mystery box. So I'll be doing that, a comparison with those. And of course, the last time I did that, I just did it all once, and then I had a drink to go with it. And so I'll just make up a drink mix to have with that, and I'll just do all those into one video. And yes, I do finish those all off. And I have a bunch of Russian crackers that I'll use for that, just as a base to put the peanut butters on and the apple butters on. And just like I did when I did the comparison between the British cheese flavored spread, which is actually labeled cheddar, and the American ration cheese spread. But I did that on, I think I did that on the Italian breadsticks instead of crackers or another bread thing. But I'll do that again probably before I go to the memorial camp, and I'll be leaving for that on the 19th. And on the 22nd, the day I come back, I will not do a live review because I have no idea what time my driver will get me back here. So I will skip that weekend. And then the Sunday after that, I'll get back into it, and I'll be doing a whole bunch of the mashups, which I have all set up. So I've got everything in individual meal bags for that. And I decided to incorporate those 2 full meals from that halal, what I'm assuming was a 24-hour ration that I got with those other halal and kosher single meal MREs. I decided to incorporate those into mashups, and I moved a couple of things around, and I added a couple items. Welcome back, Ments. See, Old Smoky is going to go to the meetup, and of course, Black Dog Bob himself will be there because he's the host. So I don't know who all is going, but if you look at Smokey's video from last year's meetup, he's got, I think, 2 or 3 videos of it about everybody trading rations or buying rations off of each other, or just getting into a bunch of brown bag MREs from the 80s and early 90s before they went to this color bag. But I'm sure other reviewers may announce if they're going. So I would check out other channels to see if they announced if they're going. And it should be a whole lot of fun. I sure enjoyed watching Smokey's videos from last year's meetup. That was the first one, I think. Or maybe the second, I'm not sure. But it did look like a whole lot of fun. And I hope one day to be able to make one of those. But Bob himself is probably promoting it not only on his channel, because he does video updates on what's new with product lines. He did a bunch of extreme MRE updates, and he did some other updates on availability of different items on, I think, both Ration and Minotaur, because he does the updates for both of those lines on the Ration channel. But he may be promoting that, if not on video, he may be promoting it on the community tab of his channel page. But I would say check out other reviewers to see who may be going, or maybe those who don't do reviews but who simply enjoy watching and tasting different rations for themselves. They could be going. Renee I don't know if she's going. I don't know if it'd be awesome if Marilyn would go. I don't know if she would be able to do that. She'd have to take time away from her business of making those gooey butter cakes. And I got to get me another one of those. The one that she sent me was so darn good that there's one flavor I want to try, so I will probably get that maybe this summer. And she also does coffee, but I have yet to try any of that coffee, but that's on the list too. There's so much I want to do, but I got to prioritize stuff. And as you may know, there's some nastiness going around, and I have been preparing for that. I have not done a video on that. I figure there's enough of that already, and I don't yet have everything I want in place, but I'm slowly working on that. But yeah, there's enough of that that nasty bug stuff. Oh, Sue Nelson is in the house. Thanks for dropping in. I am demolishing this Mountain House chili mac. Which came in this. And next week I'll get into the spaghetti. I'll bust into that. And this was the cookies and cream freeze-dried ice cream bar, but it's more like chunks. It got seriously mashed. And this one is the cookies and cream, so I will get into this one next time. And so this is the spaghetti that I'll get into next time. And this Titan 24-hour ration you get, in addition to the Mountain House mains and the breakfast item, you get rice, you get instant potatoes, you get 2 of the accessory packs, plus there is an additional coffee pack. So there are literally 3 coffees in there, and so I put 2 of them together because I just can't stop at 4 ounces of coffee. But I got apple cinnamon first strike bar. I have a few of these already now. I haven't tried any of them. But these are the chocolate covered sunflower seeds. These are really good. And Bob is the only one that can get you these. And this is not just water, it's a pink lemonade flavored drink mix, but no color. So it looks like I'm just drinking water. And I might have put a little bit too much water in here, but the flavor is not very strong. But what I have seen others do is they take the True Lemon packet and they would mix it in, and that would amp up the lemon flavor. And because this is the packet, this is my other, so I got 2 of these packets. So maybe next time I will do this. I will add the lemon to this to see if there's a different change in flavor. Or I may throw the lime in. Yeah. Last month I did an experiment where I took the True Lemon, the True Lime, and some sugar, combined it with some carbonated water, and made my version of lemon lime soda. And that actually turned out pretty decent. So you can use it as a drink mix or as a seasoning. Like if I had some nice fresh, I would be throwing that lemon and or the lime on it. You know, because I like some lemon pepper on fresh fish that's been cooked over the fire. So since the only fish I have is canned, I don't think that would be quite the same as fresh, but yeah, I would love to get some fresh fish and put that lemon and lime on there, see how that tastes. But yeah, I did not get into the wheat snack bread. I got the grape jelly and peanut butter. But there's someone in this ration community, I don't know if he likes grape jelly all that much, but he keeps going on about it, so. But everybody mentions his name, you know, when they pull out the grape jelly. I don't know what CT thinks about this, but I don't know. He keeps going on about the grape jelly, so. Anyway, we love you, CT. You know, people give you crap about the grape jelly. Yeah, but, you know, even if he does hate it, you know, people still like to give him, they tease him about it, or they say it's his favorite, so. But I actually don't mind the grape jelly, but that's nowhere near the Russian apple butter. But as I said earlier, I'll be doing another snack comparison video, probably midweek. This is probably when I'll knock that out. But welcome back, CR. I don't have too much of. I'd have to either change my camera angle or just push my tray like this. I don't have too much of this left. But this Mountain House Chili Mac really tastes good. It's not too spicy. Now, some would probably want to add a little extra something to it. You know, like a little Tabasco or hot diggity dog or red chili flake or some other hot sauce or some kind of a single chili powder like cayenne or something like that. But I just leave these the way they are because, you know, I'm after that flavor, see what that flavor is like. But when I do the mashups, then I may throw in a little something extra. Like in one bag for a hot drink, I threw in a packet of white chocolate drink mix from a company called Land O'Lakes. I went to a local store to buy one of each flavor, but there was one flavor that was not available that I've had. I made a mocha with it. But I tried to get that flavor again, but when I bought these, I picked up the white chocolate one, not realizing it that I still had one, so I threw that into one of my mashup bags. And so that's just a bunch of different things from different rations combined together. That I did that last year. So that's what I'll probably be doing. And the bags that I have set up, that should last me up to the time that Ramadan starts, because during that time I will not be doing reviews, because I will not be online much, because I'll be spending so much time at the mosque. So last week of April till probably just before Memorial Day. So that will be my time off from doing reviews. I may throw up some other videos now and then, but my box of Sapaco sodium rations, I'll get into those after Ramadan. Those are 2016 inspection date. So they're probably produced in, say, 2013, 14, something like that. Once I get into those and look at the date codes, then I'll be able to figure those out when those individual rations were packed. But, yeah, Old Smoky was talking about those, and so I was able to buy a box for $35 shipped. So basically $35 from allmres.com. And I think they still have a few left. I think last night or the weekend before, Smokey said that there was still some available. And you never know which year you're going to get when you get one of those cases. But there are 14 rations in a case. But I don't know if you get 14 different menus or if some of them are repeated. But we'll definitely find out when I get into that. So I have left the straps on the outside. But I wanted to get that so that I could have something to go on. Exploring is in the house. Thanks for dropping in. So Jen, I just polished off my chili mac, which is made by Mountain House. These normally come in a white bag, meal cold weather. This is the spaghetti one, which I'll get into next week. But when you throw a couple of cups of boiling water in there and let it sit for 15 minutes, you'll end up with a crap ton of food. So the only other things I opened up, aside from drinks, are these. These are chocolate-covered sunflower kernels. And you can only get these from Black Dog Bob. This is a very busted up freeze-dried ice cream bar. This is the the mint chocolate chip. So you can see the bits of chocolate in there. It is a lot wider. You can see how wide it is. Of course, when I hold it up to give you a close-up, the shadow gets on it. So, but there is a close-up of the chocolate chips in there. It melts in your mouth. And it's kind of like eating flavored foam, but the mint is definitely there. When I first opened the outer wrapper, I definitely caught that mint scent, or that scent. And the chocolate flavor is not all that prevalent. Of course, the chocolate is more like flakes instead of a chip that would be something that big. But this one that I'll open up next to it is the cookies and cream. So that one should be an interesting one to try. But yep, that's all gone. Yeah, that allmres.com is where I got that box of Sapaco rations. They're a civilian ration, like MRE Star or the ones that like AmeriQual makes civilian rations, and I don't know what Warnick's civilian rations would be called, since they're the third company that packs for the military. I don't know what, but APAC is a civilian version of AmeriQual. I have not tried one of those, but I've seen some others review them. But I don't know what the civilian version of Warnick is, or what their brand, their civilian brand is. I don't know if it is related to Emery Star or not, or then there's XMRE. I've sampled a few of their kosher and halal rations that Eeyore had sent me. Oh yeah, it's Emory Marketplace. Sorry, sorry, I had the wrong site. It's Emory Marketplace that has those $35 Sapaco cases. And so, yeah, my bad on that one. But if you can still get them from Emory Marketplace, you may not get the same year as I did. You may get a later date, but if they still have them available, and they're still $35 free shipping to most addresses in the U.S., that might be something to go for, even if you don't review them, even if you just save them for an emergency when you can't have a regular meal through your normal means. You have those as a fallback. So if I didn't have as much food stored up as I do in this little apartment, if I had to rely on those Sapacos, those 14 rations in that box, that's just a few feet away from me. then yeah, I would get into those. But who knows? Well, there's a face I have not seen before in here. Hillbilly Pyro, thanks for dropping in. What I was eating, and I finished off, is the chili mac from this Titan ration from Minotaur Trading Company, or Minotaur MRE. And this had the chili mac, which comes in a pack like this, spaghetti. So I'll get into the spaghetti next time. And it came with the breakfast items plus additional items that would be too much food for one meal. So those will get saved for something else. These are chocolate covered sunflower kernels, and you can only get these from either in a Minotaur Emery or Emery Nation. And they're really good. You could take these, you could take see here, that's a muesli. Here was the other snack I could have opened up. These peanuts. You could combine the two and some other things to make a trail mix. So if you have one of these and some other things, you could pretty much mix and match any of these items. There's instant rice, there's instant potatoes that others have opened up on their channels when they reviewed these Titan rations. But I figured that chili mac and these things here will probably be enough for me. And I thought about opening up this first strike bar, but I think I'll save it for another day. I have a few others of these apple cinnamon ones. I've been looking forward to trying these, but I have one of these in one of my mashup bags, and I have a couple others. So I will get into these fairly soon. So I have a smaller version of this, plus these full-size versions of this. So I am looking forward to trying this, and I would like to find a peanut butter first strike bar. I don't know if that exists or has ever existed, but I recently had a chocolate first strike bar, and it had been a while since I had one of those, and I really enjoyed that. But and then I've had the cranberry ones. I'd like to get some more of those. And this one. But yeah, those I don't know about those in a white foil pack. I don't know much about those, but the grilled chicken Amory, I've never had anything like that. I've only had the chicken that would be in a chunk form as part of a stew or with other stuff. Like the chicken pesto pasta or chicken and vegetables or you know, anything like that. Yeah, that was probably I had, when I opened up one of the two brown bag emeries that I've done, I had a white pack of the freeze-dried fruit, and it was a square block, probably about the size of this, but only square. And I decided not to open that because it was very rare to find one of those in a brown bag MRE, and those were in what used to be known as the Ration cold weather. And so it's freeze-dried pears, but it's in like a square block, not small pear pieces that might be the size of this. But yeah, I decided not to open that one. You know, I figure I'll save that one for who knows when I might need to get into that. And Barreto is in the house. Thanks for dropping in. I have polished off my chili mac, which is part of one of the two freeze-dried mains that came in a pack like this that I got in that Titan ration. This one is spaghetti, which I'll get into next week. And the only other things I opened up were these chocolate-covered sunflower kernels. This is freeze-dried ice cream bar. But this one is the mint chocolate chip, and it came out of the pack like that. It was all busted up. This one seems to be in a little bit better shape. And when I tried to pull the inner wrapper out, it was almost sealed to the inside of the outer wrapper, which would have made it a little bit more difficult to get out. But, and of course my coffee, and this is supposed to be pink lemonade flavor, no coloring, just the flavor. And I might have added a little bit too much water, so the taste is kind of weak, but I'm still going to finish it off, as I always do. You know, I don't let any of these things go to waste. I finish it off. But so I got all these other things in here that so add. So next week I'll get into these peanuts with the spaghetti, and I'll get into this other ice cream bar. I have another one of those drink powders. It's the same thing, the pink lemonade flavor, but I might toss this in to, so I might mix these two to see if that changes the flavor. You know, others have done it when they reviewed these colorless drink mixes. And I have the true lime, so I may put both of them in. And last month, as I said earlier, when I did a snack comparison video, I took the true lemon, the true lime, and a little bit of sugar, mixed that with some carbonated water, and made my own version of lemon lime soda. Granted, it was nowhere near the flavor profile of, say, Sprite or 7-Up or Sierra Mist or any of those others, but it was still a neat thing to try. And then the rest of that carbonated water I used to make, I mixed it with the cola flavored drink mix that comes in British rations. So it wasn't quite there with an actual soda cola. I have not seen anyone try that, but I don't know how that would work, since especially yeah, it may work, but unlike adding it to freeze-dried fruit or vegetables or meat or pasta, I don't know how well that would work. I mean, it might be easier if it's in this chunked up form, but I don't know if the flavor would change or the texture would change, or if it would resemble fresh or your standard ice cream. There may be other ingredients in there that are not in standard ice creams. I haven't read the ingredients on this, but I'll probably look at that later while this is processing. But I don't know. I mean, it might be worth a try to do that, but I'm going to leave this as is and finish it off like that. It might be less messy. And you're probably not the only one who's doing that. I stayed home today because I was hoping that I could do a little laundry before going live, but because the laundry room in my building was locked up and we were only down to one working washer and one working dryer for 3 floors, there is no laundry being done today. Yep, I'm probably going to go ahead and call this one done, since basically I just have these 2 things left. Yeah, I'm not going to get into anything else tonight, and I've been going almost 2 hours anyway with my frequent disconnects, but one thing I will say before I go that, in fact, I'll get it. For those that may not have seen my earlier videos on this, what I'm doing is I have made a whole bunch of what are known as either ranger beads or pacing beads or paste beads. And I do it on shoestrings. And I'm selling these as a fundraiser to raise money for the Jewel family. The family of a country prepper who died last year. And so I made up a whole bunch of these, and I'm selling these for $2 each, and all the money will go to the family. And I've been paying like about $1.20 to $1.50, some for postage, depending on how many of these I send out. but I'm up to like $64 in donations so far for the family. So I gotta, and I've been going by the string color, not bead color, because I got different beads. But if anyone is interested in buying any of these to help out the family, then I accept payments through PayPal. And so, for instance, here is another style. I sold 2 of these. So I got 2 of these left with this multicolored string. But, and I got black strings, I got brown strings, I got gray, got more white. But, yeah, I'm doing this as my way to help out the family. So, you can, if you send me an email, and or if you're friends with me on Facebook, or you send me a friend request or send me a messenger request on Facebook, and that's how some have contacted me about it, and that's how I've sold several. So like I said, I'm up to $64, and what I don't sell before March 19th, then I will take to the memorial camp, and other attendees can buy them up there. Oh, Sue Nelson, wow. Wow, thanks for the super chat. And so again, for those who've never seen a super chat before, that is what Sue just did. And that's a donation to my channel to help me either buy gear to test, or to upgrade equipment for making my videos better, or say for buying rations. It all goes back to the channel. And so that gets combined with my ad revenue, since my channel is monetized. And so every few months I will get a check, and that gets combined. So the super chat donations gets combined with the ad revenue that I get off of the ads that run on my videos. Then that gets combined, and then every few months I get a direct deposit, and that's what I use to get stuff to use on the channel, or to get something that will make my video production better. So I do appreciate that. So, and that is what a super chat looks like if you've never seen that before. And you can also do super chats when you watch a premiere video, when it's being run for the very first time, and the uploader has live chat going during the first airing of that premiere video, and you can do super chats on that. So sometimes I like to explain that to people who have never been in a live stream before, or who have been in live streams but have never seen a super chat get put up. So that's how that works. So, and thanks, Sue, for dropping that super chat. And again, my email address, strainsop@aol.com, is my PayPal email. So if you're interested in helping out the jewels by buying some of my Ranger beads, or if you want to donate in other ways through AOK Forging and Adventures, hit up Tack and Brenda. And they're also doing a fundraiser, so I'm just joining in the effort to help them out. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and call this one good. I do want to thank you all for watching and sticking through all the disconnects that I've had. And for those that came in late, you can, in a little while, when YouTube gets done processing this, then you can go back and look at the beginning see the unbagging of all the contents of this titan of a ration. You can check that out. And and spaghetti next week, among some other goodies. So I do want to thank you all for watching. Thanks to those who dropped the super chats, and others will be going to the Ration meetup. Check out Oat Smoky and other reviewers who may be going, and see what they put up about it. So I look forward to seeing you all next week. Thanks for watching, and catch you on the flip side.